up, y'all? It's Blown A. You're locked in to Blown A Media. Make sure you guys smash that like, share out this live. If you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. I am back to catch you up on the or whatever. Make sure you guys hold on. Make sure you guys turn your notifications so you know every time I go live. Let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Now, look, the Claressa family drama is getting worse by the day. Okay. I mean, the whole situation is in shambles, y'all. Now, when you find out what I found out, you're going to definitely agree with me. Okay. Because the thumbnail, it tells no lies. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Because I got some things to show you. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get into this because the family drama, like I said, is in absolute shambles. Okay. And I feel that there is a spiritual stronghold over the people that are involved. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I've been here almost a half. I would not hold on. Hold on, y'all. hell? All right, you guys, I am back. I apologize for that. Like, what? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Green hearts in the chat. It's late and I'm fucking up. It's two things that's going on at once. It's two things that's going on at once, y'all. It's late and I'm effing up. I don't even know if there's anybody in here. Yeah, y'all, I might come back in the morning. Oh, somebody's here. Okay. I just want to make sure. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Now, what I was coming live for is to show y'all what I found as far as this Claressa Shields family drama, y'all. It's just the gift that keeps on giving. And I was going to show you a couple. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let me stop this video. All right, y'all. Okay, so you guys can hear me. Hold on. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And like I said, I wasn't gonna come live, but here we are. Let's just girl, we got to get in where we fit in. Okay, get in where you fit in, fool. I learned that back in high school. All right, y'all. So let me talk to y'all. Okay, let me talk to my peeps. Now, before I was rudely interrupted, I was letting you know that this shit's in shambles, y'all. And honestly, I feel like there is a spiritual stronghold, like I said, over the people that are involved with Claressa, at least family oriented people, right? Like her bestie, her ex-bestie, people that were close to her, her cousin. Because when I say it's in shambles, first off, okay, Nigeria is getting evicted. They ain't no allegedly. Because you're about to hear the words come out of her own mouth. And this is all due to Claressa Shields ignoring the notifications that were coming for the property taxes that were due. Yeah, she kept on ignoring the notifications, the notices that were coming in that were due on her grandmother's house. And how do we know this? Well, Nigeria said when they would send the notices, she would reach out to Claressa and let her know. Okay. And I believe her. Like, why wouldn't she? Like, hey, girl, they sending these things talking about you owe property tax. I don't know if she ignored it. I don't know if she did it on purpose. But the fact that she knew, that is really like, that's some evil mess. You know what I'm saying? This is your grandmother's house. This is part of your family's legacy. This is part of your family's, um, wealth, generational wealth. If you look at it like that, and for a millionaire, from what I heard, it was only like 7K, 10K, or something like that. She should have easily and could have easily handled that. Now, why she didn't, I don't know. Okay. Nigeria said that she had been in that house since 2024, off and on, right? I did a video on it where she broke down the timeline of her going in and out of town with Claressa, going to Atlanta, thinking she was going to move there. Initially coming back with her children from moving from back to Michigan from Texas. And this is when she said Claressa agreed that she could stay in the house for a year without paying. And she needed that. So she took advantage of it, right? I mean, most of us would, right? Now, fast forward to 2026. February is when she said her man got out of prison, jail. I don't know. He got out of, I would say prison. Okay. But I mean, he was locked up. All right. And then she said, um, he immediately began paying rent. Also in February, they received a foreclosure letter. Okay, so this was actually the foreclosure letter. The foreclosure letter showed up February of this year. Now, she also told Claressa about that. Nothing was done. And so, guess what happens in 30 days? The foreclosure actually happened. So, her grandmother's house, allegedly, according to Nigeria, house was foreclosed on officially, done deal, in March of this year. Okay. So she says that they held the rent. They held the rent because she said, she told her, if Claressa doesn't own the home, that means that the bank does, and they would need to be saving their money up for, you guessed it, to get a new place. Because what comes after foreclosure? Whoever's in that house is going to get evicted. Okay. So they needed the money to find a new place to live. So they stopped paying the rent for the past few months. I mean, what, February, March, April, May. It's now June. Okay. And fast forward to June 19th, which is less than what, 3 weeks away. So they have to be out of that home, meaning Nigeria, her boyfriend, and her children. I don't know how many children she has, but her kids have to be out in less than 2 weeks. Okay. Um, I don't know. Let's see. So we're going to get into that. Now, I also want to let you guys know. Well, let's get into that first, and then we'll get into what happened with Shalita, what Shalita's talking about, because it was a whole lot. But let's get into this right now, and then we'll go into that. Okay. Like I said, I will be in the chat. But let's go ahead and bring this up and get started. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying. Let's see. Let me just give you guys a shout out because it's late night. You guys are here, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. Inspirational mixed meeting. Shout out to you. First one in the building. CJ Sampy. Haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Alexis Smith. Thank you so much for the green hearts. Yes. Okay. Yes, I hear you. Thank you, Felicia. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this. Miss Chevy. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Somebody said, why the other family's not helping? I think they put the burden on the richest person because remember, Shalita was like, she ain't the only one. We ain't broke around here. But it seems like it, right? Exactly. I don't think nobody got it. I don't think nobody got it. I don't think nobody but Claressa got it because once we listen to Shalita, she says there's still a GoFundMe up. Okay. She had a lot to say. We ain't going to get into her yet. Let's get into what Nigeria had to say. Okay. Because there's a whole lot going on with Shalita. All right. Let me go ahead and bring this up, you guys, and let's get into this. Let me give you the source of where this is coming from. And it's still playing. Good Lord. Hold on. Okay. This is from Empress Radio. All right. If you guys want to watch this video in its entirety or uninterrupted, make your way on over to Empress Radio after this live stream. But let's go ahead and get into what Nigeria had to say.
She never really shared my music. She never really I had to damn near beg her to collab. I'm a rapper. I do music. Claressa wasn't rapping when me and her became friends. She started rapping around like 2024, 2020. Yes, 2024 or something like that. But she never really shared my music. She never really like, I had to damn near beg her to collab with a platform I had went on when I did like drop the mic. Um we don't have any songs together. I sent her multiple songs and she would say like, oh, I don't like this song or something like that. But she sent me a song to get on and I didn't like the song. So I didn't get on the song. I am like big on my craft. I don't play about my shit. I like my sound. I love my sound. And I really can rap for real. So I'm not just gonna put my vocals on anything. I'm not doing that. Nobody is gonna stick around for 11 years for that. This literally was my sister. Like I wasn't around her for what I could benefit. I never benefited nothing for real. Like the rooms that she should have put me in, she kept me out of them. Like, and it was like, okay, cool. I'm not, you're not obligated to do anything for me. I'm not forcing your hand and I'm not forcing you to help me. But it's like you would rather give me money than to really put me in a position to where I can make my own money. And that's what really threw me off and blew me. And then like she would tell me like, oh, I see you calling because I do content too. I try to do anything to support my family and put us in a better position. She would say little things like, oh, I see you call your supporters goat babes. I came up with one for mine. I'm gonna start calling them growies. Okay, cool. I inspire you, that's fine. But it's like I always try to get her to help me in ways where I could help us, where I could be next to you evenly or almost evenly, not to where I'm looking like I'm a charity case or I'm someone you taking care of. And it was like she never wanted to help me in ways that I know would get me where I need to be. Like literally, I'm a hairstylist. Like I do hair so good. Like I even asked her to be her personal hairstylist. She would ask me things like, oh, you think you're ready for that? Or do you think you're ready for that? And it's just like, what? But okay, anyways. And people would say, oh, you sticking around her for the clout and all this and all that. I've never got clout off her. All I ever got from being her best friend was the house situation. I've been living in her house since the end of 2024. But most of the time I was living in this house, I was with her all the time. But the plan was to get a grant from the city to get me a year free of rent. They wanted to put me on the news, basically like a charity case. Like, okay, she's homeless with her 2 kids. They wanted to put me on the news. Just that's the easiest way to sum it up. They wanted to put me on the news like a charity case, like Claressa was rescuing me, which I did tell my friend, like, if that's gonna make you look good, fuck it, we can do it. I don't mind. But it was like she didn't agree with it, and I really didn't agree with it either. But it was just like, if that's gonna give you a good look, I'm all for whatever gonna make you look good. So she ended up saying fuck it. So the state was like, they were really like, the person that she was working with it really was on some the house wasn't ready for months, and the house was ready, y'all. The house was freaking ready. And they were saying like the house wasn't ready for months because they were still trying to do the news thing for their benefit as well. At the time, I actually needed to live free. I had just moved back to Michigan from Texas with my kids. I really didn't have nothing figured out yet. I was living with my brother. We did have our own space. We were comfortable, but to know me is to know I've always had my own space, and I don't live with people, especially with having children. I had just had my son. He was only about 3 months old when I moved back to Flint. So yeah, once my man got out, he did immediately start paying rent in February. Immediately. But I were getting letters for the house for almost the whole year and a half I was here from the state saying the house back taxes need to be paid. Back taxes need to be paid. I'm sending her everything. I'm sending her everything. Here's the receipts. Here they saying you need to pay this by this. She's like, okay, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna take care of it. Fast forward to this year. February, end of February, we got a letter saying the house is going up for foreclosure. If you don't pay this by this day, the house will be foreclosed. I sent it to her. This is in February. Follow me. She said she was handling it. She didn't.
Okay, so before we get into the foreclosure and all of that, I just wanted to say, look, all y'all suspect, okay? Monet, whose side are you on? None of them. None of them. Okay, let's just get that clear. Um, I say what I say, and then we leave it. I'm on nobody's side. I'm on nobody's side because, first of all, you lost me with the like, who is not going to benefit from having a millionaire best friend? You are my best friend. Girl, can you get my hair done? Girl, can you pay for the food? Girl, can you gonna get you a Chanel purse? Can you give me one? That's just me. I don't know if you want to call me a beggar. I don't know what you want to call a hanger on her. I don't know. That is your best friend. Think about it. Just think about it. She talking about girl. Who ain't gonna benefit from having a millionaire best friend? That's number one. The next thing I want to say is you cannot dictate when you benefit from someone unless you just straight out just ask them. You know what I'm saying? She's like, well, she didn't put me on. She didn't do. Did you ask her? Or were you just expecting? Did you say, girl, I want you to link me with French Montana. I want you to link me with Win Records. I want you to link me with somebody who can put me on with my music. Did you say that? Or did you just sit up and expect it and expect her to read your mind? I can tell you it's going to be a waste of time anyway, because I know a narc when I see them, and they will never, ever do the right thing. Okay. She would have never put you on. Ever, 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 ever. And if she even saw half the talent that you had, or even thought that you have talent, that would be another reason for her to sabotage you, to set you up to fail. Okay. I'm just being real. And this is what you get for being a flying monkey. Flying monkey is a narcissistic term, meaning the people that follow and do the bidding and just follow along with the narcissist. Everything the narcissist does is right. Everything the narcissist asks you to do, you do. You go along with everything that the narcissist says. That is a term, a narcissistic term called a flying monkey. Okay, that is you, Nigeria. This is what you did. This is why you're in this situation. Okay. Somebody said a real friend would have done it without question. Exactly. A real friend would have wanted you to do it. You wouldn't even have to ask them. They would have been in tune. They would have read the room. They would have read between the lines. They would have already known, my best friend, I know she rap. I know her dream is to be a rapper. Let me go ahead and put her on. They would have broke their neck to get you that opportunity. So that was your first red flag, girl. All right. Not that you should have a closet full of red flags, being her best friend for 11 years. Okay. Now, before we get on to the specifics of the home and everything that's going on, we have to look at this, because hanging out and putting up with Claressa for opportunity that she expected Claressa to put her on. This is why she was hanging on. This is why she was doing this, because she wanted to be put on. Okay. She thought if she was in proximity to the opportunities, connections, going out with her, hanging out with her, going to all these events, flying here, flying there, right? She expected Claressa to put her on and use her connections to get her in the door. I can guarantee you that she didn't ask her. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, but I'm just saying, but her jealousy and her narkish ways won't allow it. It would have never allowed it. Girl, I could have been told you. All right. They are also the ultimate copycats. They will mimic you, steal your ideas, your style, your swag, take on your persona, or at least try to. Okay. But they can't be you. Why? Because they lack the ability to counterfeit authenticity. Everything a narcissist does is counterfeit. It's fake. They wear a mask. They are empty inside. They don't even have their own identity. They have to copy and mirror and mimic and study. They study people so that they know how to feel, so that they know how to react, right? In certain situations, because they don't have that within them. It's not naturally there. I know it sounds weird what I'm saying, but listen to what I'm saying. I'm dead serious. So just her not being able to do that, period, they lack that capability. They cannot counterfeit authenticity. Okay. They're fake with a mask. They're empty inside. No depth, no real feelings, no identity, no soul. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's keep going now. She's getting ready to talk about the house, y'all. I just had to say that because what? We're not giving you, you're not getting any brownie points, girl. Okay? And you have taken on some of the ways of Claressa too. Okay? Because we all do dirt with our best friends. Come on now. We do. Right? Whatever you guys were doing, you guys did it together. What I can say is Claressa didn't do her dirt all by her lonesome. You know her ways about her, and her sister just let us know that all y'all was selling coochie. All y'all was selling Gucci. Okay? Y'all was some scamming ass, scheming ass fools out there. All right? Some of that is true. I believe in that. Okay? But we'll get into that. Let's go ahead and hear what she had to say, y'all. Somebody says I would. Exactly. Look, just go ahead and get into this, y'all, because I want you guys to hear what she has to say.
March came. They sent another letter saying the house is officially foreclosed. We still sent her rent payments for March. We still sent her rent payment for March. April came. She was texting me for rent. It was like it started getting weird once my man got like she was texting me for rent, and I was explaining to her like we have the rent money, but we're not giving it to you until we know that you gained ownership of the house back. If you haven't gained ownership of the house back, we're not giving you a dime. Like we have to find somewhere to go. We ended up getting another letter saying we have to vacate by June 19th, 2026, which is coming up. And things started going left because I basically told her we're not giving you rent. Like we have to move. And she kept throwing up the fact that I lived for a year free. And it's like, my nigga, you let me do that. Like that was something that we agreed to. And for you to throw it up in my face, and it's like every little thing she do for me, she always throw it up. And it was like, damn, my nigga, I don't throw up the things that I do for you. Like I don't have what you have, but I've always showed up for you in ways that money could not buy, money could not do. Like I literally was her emotional support. I was the person who told her, you deserve better. You don't need to do this. You in this type of situation. You is this person. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. So yeah. Moral of the story. Now she's on the internet trying to make it seem like, oh, I just lived free and that wasn't the agreement. And I was like, you know, using her or whatever. Hi everyone, this is my side of the story. Me and Claressa have been best friends for 11 years. She was the godmother to my children. I know her family, she know my family. What family that we do mess with, because both our families hate on both of us. We never had a falling out. Never ever. Never had a falling out. We never was on bad terms. We never clashed. We always was like the perfect balance for each other. She had my back, I had her back. That's just how it went. Like that was my bestie. That was my sister. Fast forward to when she started dealing with Papoose. In the beginning, it was cool. It was cool. Papoose was cool, you know. I would ask her questions like, do you think Pap still mess with Remy? Or do you think he still communicate with her or whatever the case may be? And it was like once I started asking little questions like that, it was like stuff started going left. It was like Pep stopped speaking to me when I was around. I would have to speak first. It was like she would try to like I wasn't around her much anymore. I basically said I felt like Papoose was trying to eliminate everyone around her. It ended up going left basically because I said that, and it got back to her, and she addressed the issue. Papoose ended up coming to me, addressing the issue, and basically like, no, that's not my intentions. I'm not trying to push y'all away. I'm not trying to get rid of her friends. I'm not that type of person. I take up for y'all. Woo, 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 blah 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 blah. They split. Cool, but the it was already starting to get weird already once I was already addressing little things that was going on, and me trying to get her to realize, come on now, like open your eyes to certain things. A real man is not going to keep confusion. He's going to try to diffuse the situation instead of trying to create more confusion.
All right.
So y'all heard that. We look, Papoose is messy. Okay. I don't know why y'all give him credit, accolades, or anything. Like the man is messy. All right. The fact that you've been friends with her for 11 years and you were down. Now, I do want to give her credit where credit is due because I believe that she was a true friend and she did think that they were best friends. I do believe that. And remember, it was only later on that Claressa touched fame. Wasn't the whole 11 years. She just signed the $3 million. She just got to be a millionaire, what, a year or two ago? So we have to look at it like that. Okay. There had to be some type of friendship involved. Maybe it was a what is that type of relationship that you call where a dependent, like where you depend, where she was depending on Claressa, maybe for not for money, but I don't know why they were friends that long. Okay, because it's very very difficult to be friends with someone like Claressa. Okay, meaning the traits of narcissism. Okay, which can go in different directions, y'all. This is not a diagnosis. I have to tell you guys that. But bottom line is, I do believe that she really thought that they were best friends. She really acted like a friend. Okay, I believe that she was there for emotional support because we've heard Clarissa's cousin. I mean, we've heard Clarissa's ex former boxing mate and friend, right? She was a longtime friend as well. Jada even say the times where she was depressed, where she wouldn't shower for a few days, where she locked herself in her room, where she was, couldn't handle the pressure of things that were going on. She gave us a little insight into how Claressa handles dilemmas and situations in her life. Okay. They know where each other's bones are buried. And this is why it's so important that you not burn bridges. Why would you burn a bridge with somebody who knows where the bones are buried? Right? And Papoose is messy and be hating. Okay? You started hating on the best friend because you wanted to isolate Claressa and you didn't like what the best friend was saying. Because why? Because you're using Claressa, in my opinion. In my opinion. Does he like Claressa? Maybe so. Right? But is he in love with Claressa? Is this the love of his life? No. No. I don't even believe that he plans to start a family with her. I could be wrong, but in my eyes, I feel like Papoose is using Claressa. And just off top, just off the record, normally that's what older men do when they are with a younger woman. They're 20 years, he's almost 20 years her senior. Okay? Let's just be real. Okay? They use you, right? They try to isolate you, manipulate you, use you until you're used up, whatever that means to you, right? They drain you of your youth, they suck you dry, okay, while effing on you, okay? They control your mind with their words. And I believe that some of that is going on. Now, I mean, I don't know. He may have love for her. I don't You're not in love with her. Come on now. Come on. You could just see in the dynamics, y'all. If you guys have ever been in love or been in a heavy relationship where you guys are really into each other, it doesn't even gotta be love. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we thought we were in love, but it was just lust. But we were still all over each other. He still was catering to me, staring me in my eyes. Like it was just like we don't even see that. You can see the dynamics with them when they're together. It's almost like not even yin and yang, right? It's like comparing apples to oranges. You don't feel that connection. You don't feel that electricity. You don't feel that energy between them when we see it. I mean, seeing that. I don't know, y'all. I really don't. That's just how I feel. Okay. It got weird because she was asking her the important question, like, now, girl, do you think that Papoose is still seeing Remy Ma? And he knows it's true. But you was fucking up the program, girl. You was the wrench in the program. You was fucking up his program. So he had to get rid of you. Okay? And he knew that Claressa would get rid of you. Right? Anyways, y'all, that's what went down. Okay? We already know that she got to be out by June 19th. Now, why? Okay, and I had to be corrected because they paid for February and March, but not April and not May, and definitely not June. All right. Um. So, girl, I don't know why Claressa. I believe it's some type of vendetta, or she was just being vindictive against her family. And you know what makes me say that is because while Nigeria was talking, she said that both of our families went against us. So at one time they bonded because they felt like their families were their enemies. You know what I'm saying? So look, this is a whole mess. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. They got to be out by June 19th. Nobody can get Claressa to open her eyes. No, not at all. Not at all, y'all. Look, Claressa and Pops and Papoopsicle are narcissists, and Pap is using her. Yes. But she was using him too until she found out he was just like her. Yeah. And there's nothing worse than having two narcissists together. You guys know that two narcissists can get together. They can. And it is absolutely a nightmare. Okay. When two narcissists get together, it is absolutely a nightmare. Okay. People are saying maybe he might be physical with Claressa behind the scenes. Some people have said they've seen her with black eyes. I wouldn't put it past, because if we remember, we have to listen to the cautionary tale that Remy Ma let us know when she came out and just gave us all that, dropped that, all that in our laps. Y'all have to consume that because she was with this man. If anybody knows, Papoose is Remy. Okay. And Remy let us know how that nigga, she know how that nigga neck work. Okay. Right? She know how that nigga neck work. If anybody knows, come on now. You got to take the hints and the clues and the flat out facts that Remy Ma left us with. Okay, she don't really talk about it no more, so we have to always go back to, you know, the videos that she put out in 2025 when she found out, and you know, kind of put them out there on Front Street. But the truth doesn't go away. Like, the truth don't get old. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, y'all. You said Papoose is obsessed with Remy. He's behind the scenes messing with Carissa's head about Remy to get her to continue doing for him. Yep. He constantly talks about Remy to Claressa, but that's her karma. Yeah, exactly. What's up, De Niro Mommy? Hey, Blonade. Hey, Mods in chat. What's up, girl? Thank you so much for joining us. But y'all, if y'all know anything about narcissistic traits, okay, one of the things that they have is grandiosity. Okay, this is an exaggerated, like, they feel superior. They feel like their talents and achievements are superiority. Okay, it's delusions of grandeur. Well, I don't really know what that means, but specifically, but to me, that's what it seems like. It's still grandiosity. Okay, they also have a sense of entitlement. All right, where they expect things automatically. They want you to comply with them and like it. Okay. The narcissist I was with was very, very concentrated on facial expressions. So he would go off for hours. If I had this facial expression like, nigga, are you crazy? Or if I was like, oh my God, here he goes again. You know, you can just imagine my face, right? And I was very expressive. I have very, very expressive facial expressions. Um, and he would just be obsessed with that. And if it wasn't to his liking, he would go on and on for hours just on that alone. So that just kind of gives you guys an idea, okay? And they think that they deserve special treatment without earning it. You know, lack of empathy. I keep telling y'all that, and exploitive behavior. All right. They take advantage of others to achieve their own personal goals or desires, their wants. All right. They're very, very self centered, very, very egotistical. It's bad, y'all. Okay. And this is why Clarissa's behavior is going to be constant. It's not going to change. It's just not. And we're seeing the same thing with Papoose, okay? But this is what we have here, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into, well, let me see what you guys are saying before I move on to Shalita. As a woman, Remy said it would make us cry if we knew what Pat was really about. Yep. What would make us cry? Thank you. That's what would make us cry. The abuse that she endured. Exactly. I think he liked her in the beginning, but now she's just too damn, yep, just too much. Yep, she's embarrassing to him. Yeah. But you know what? Remember, Papoose has a gambling addiction. He has come online and said it. She is feeding his gambling addiction. And that's a reason enough to stay. Like, y'all don't have to rack your brains on this relationship at all. It is very, very superficial. It is very, very surface. And it is very, very simple. Okay? There's nothing deep about this. All right? He's got a cash cow and he's not going to let go of her because he has an addiction. And she is willing to give him the money for it. Like, she's willing to finance this man's addiction. Because we've also heard, I don't know if it's Nigeria, I think it was Nigeria who was like, where's that Chanel purse at? And she calls him Pon Poos. So this lets me know that Nigeria was around long enough to see the relationship. We are talking about a fly on the wall. She was on the inside. Remember, like, God, I wish I was a fly on the wall. She's a fly on the wall. She was able to experience, be a part of, and stand back and observe the phone calls, the interactions, the meetups, the fights, the arguments. She knows how they operate. And that's why she calls him Pon Poos. Because she probably was around when the conversation was like, where's my Chanel purse? Right? She was privy to it. She may not be involved, but she probably was maybe in the background while she was on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And she probably was like, well, where's my Chanel purse? Where's my, you know what I'm saying? And then probably found out, I mean, that he pawned it. Why would she say that? If she didn't have some knowledge of that, why would her nickname for Papoose be Pawn Poos? And he's a gambler. He's an addicted gambler. We just saw that with Offset. Offset almost got shot in the ass. Offset was in the damn hospital over his own addiction to gambling, owing ninjas money. Y'all don't remember that? We just saw the same thing happen with the same scenario happen with Offset. And guess who was funding his addiction? Cardi B. Yes, Cardi B. If you ask me, Offset is broke. If you ask me, Papoose is broke. Okay? I've been in the hood way too long to know how men use women. This is no different, y'all. Just because they got a little money, just because we'll probably never meet them again in our lives, we don't give a fuck. Go outside. Okay? Think. Sit your ass down at your kitchen table and think. If you're a woman, think back. I don't give a fuck if you 30, 40, in your 20s. Think about the last bad relationship you had and how you was all in love and googly-eyed and dickmatized, getting dick down. You know you want this dick. Kendrick Lamar, I love that part when Kendrick say that, but y'all, you know you want this dick, right? It's called being dickmatized. Now you may have not been financially just, showering the nigga because you ain't got it like that. But if you would have had it like that, you probably would have. I know I would have. Okay. And that's just being a good person. You know what I'm saying? You want to do for your family. You want to do for your man. You want to make things easier. You love him. And if you had millions of dollars, you probably would have been doing some dumb shit too. Girl, I had $50 and I was doing some dumb shit. I had $500 and I was doing some dumb shit. So just imagine if you had 500,000. It's not that hard, like, to imagine, right? All right, you guys, let me see. Yeah, that element is there. Hey, Miss Bonet in chat. What I've gathered from this whole situation is that Claressa is very male-centered and will throw a friend or family member. Yep, she will. That's a female under the bus. Yep, over a man. Exactly. Within me, says the narcissist I was with always tried to make me dislike his ex. And that's when I knew what I was dealing with. Too jealous and tried to eliminate my people. I got out of that situation. Thank God. Thank God. Narcissistic survivors are some of the strongest people. And if you repaired the damage because you are damaged. And if you were strong enough to make it through and then repair yourself, renew yourself, back in one piece, kudos to you. I salute you. Okay. I've been there. It took us some longer than the others to, recuperate from it. But if you've ever been involved with a narcissist, and if you have children, it makes it even harder. If you're married, it makes it even 3 times harder. If you even date them with none of those extra strings attached, it's still just as damaging. So kudos to you guys if you guys have survived a narcissist, okay? All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this. Hold on. What is up? Hey, Moni. Thank you. I can't sleep, so I'll tune into Claressa Wish Blue was streaming. Yeah, I heard it's been a mess over there. We're gonna talk about that on another live too. Claressa, yeah, she do way too much, y'all. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into what Shalita had to say, y'all, because it come on now. This is what we gotta get into. Um, so I don't know what's gonna happen. They gotta be out June 19th. We just gonna have to wait and see. But let's go ahead and get into the update of the grandmother. Let's go ahead and get into Shalita getting arrested. Let's go into girl. She won Nigeria. She wants to prosecute Nigeria, and she wants a warrant put out for her. Let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Okay? Anything for clout, y'all. Anything for clout. I'm telling you, anything.
Just want clout. Is that worth fighting, sister? You just want clout. You just want clout. Is that worth fighting, sister? You just want clout. You just want clout.
Do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. Do anything for clout, y'all. Let's go ahead and pull up what Shalita had to say, y'all. I done already gave you the details of what y'all about to hear. Now it's time for y'all to actually hear it, okay? Hold on. Let me go ahead and get to that. This is a whole mess, y'all. It's like the nightmare that keeps on giving, because this ain't no gift. This ain't no gift. This is a curse. This is a curse. And that's why I say I feel like um there is a spiritual stronghold like over the people that are involved with her, right? It's crazy, y'all. I don't know. Now, I also caught a Shalita live, okay? And she had a lot to say, not only about her own situation, and I'm gonna let you guys hear about that, but she, like I said, she spoke on Nigeria. And I'm not sure what the incident is that she's talking about, y'all. Hold on. I'm not sure what the incident is. That's another reason why I wanted to bring it to you, because what is she talking about? Is she talking about when they pulled up at the house? Remember? And when did she get arrested? I don't know. But she's saying that Nigeria damaged a rent a car. Okay? She's saying that she damaged a rent a car and it involves a box cutter. Okay? It involves a box cutter. I'm gonna let you guys hear her speaking on the incident that she was involved in, where she was arrested by the popos, and she claims police abuse. She claims that the police brutalized her while arresting her. And it goes deep, y'all. It gets deep. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. Wait a minute. Let me see if this is time stamped. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so first let's get into the update on the grandmother, because I had heard some people were saying that the grandmother passed or something like that. I don't believe that that is true. I don't know. I don't follow her on all platforms. This was 16 hours ago, this live, and it's actually from her page. So if you guys want to see this in its entirety, because it's about an hour long, we're just going to watch some extra excerpts of it. But go on over to Shalita Remy Savage and watch it in its entirety after this live stream, okay? But first of all, let's get into the update on the grandmother, and then we'll get into the other mess, okay? It is a mess, y'all. Hold on. Let's get into the grandmother. I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit before she says something about the grandmother, but then you guys will be able to hear about the grandmother. Hold on. I just want to make sure I get it right.
Rich riseth, rich riseth. Well, Granny's doing, she's still maintaining. She is still maintaining.
I just wanted to make sure you guys caught that. She said her granny is still maintaining, okay? Which means she's still in hospice and she's maintaining, okay? That doesn't sound like she's passed away, and we're not going to put that out there, okay? Unless we hear it officially. But you guys heard it. Let me rewind. It's only 10 seconds in case you guys missed it.
To your time and hug the tree. Talk to the tree. Tell the tree thank you for oxygen. Yeah. Tell the tree thank you for oxygen. Rich riseth, rich riseth. Well, Granny's doing, she's still maintaining. She is still maintaining. So if I told you what I was smoking on, you wouldn't believe me. Because you would think that because it's rolled up in a cigarillo, that it's marijuana. It's not. It's butterfly piss, blue lotus, uh, rose petal leaves, um, and like two other herby thingies.
All right, you guys. So now let's get into her talking about her being arrested and the police brutality. Go ahead and take a listen to this. And y'all let me know, when did this happen? Because she never specifies. Did this happen when Nigeria pulled up and she thought she was gonna get jumped and she laid out in the middle of the street? Or was this another incident? I'm telling y'all, they crazy. Just listen.
Possibly because they were trying to smash my legs in the door. So one of my foots was smashed and the other one I was trying to get out. And this is part of the reason on why I ended up not being able to walk when I got out of, like, first I got my head smashed into, so I already was dragging one of my legs. Then they smashed it in the door. So I was kicking on the door because I was trying to get my foot out. And then I eventually got my foot out of the door. And this is why when I got to the police station, I couldn't walk. At that point, I couldn't walk. And that's why the nurse was like, I don't know what happened between there and here, but she can't walk. She can't feel her feet. She can't feel her legs. She's paralyzed. That's all this lady kept saying. But my whole thing is, if the whole arrest was illegal, then the destruction of your property, fuck your property. Because the whole procedure and process was illegal from the beginning. So you shouldn't have never put your fucking hands on me. So whatever happened after that, it's on you. It's on the city. It's on the state. It's on the chief of police for not properly training you butt fuck bitches.
So you was out here acting some type of fool, got arrested, and you damaged the public property. You damaged the police property. What'd you do? Tear up the police station? Are they talking about the car? You did damage to the police car? Well, what was you doing? You kicked the window out? Something happened, you guys. She doesn't give specifics, but what the hell happened? What? What the hell happened? I feel like a court date is looming for her. I feel like she's in some type of legal trouble because of this, and this is why she's speaking on it. So I don't know, y'all.
Yeah, I know. But I get triggered about these motherfuckers because they just think they can do what they want to do. Yeah, you did. Because if you notice, he go from the other side and drag me in by my arms because I'm telling him I can't get in. So he go on the other side and literally pull me by the handcuffs to drag me in the fucking car. Oh, sorry. And it's crazy. Oh, wait, I'm like, yes, because my foot was slammed in the door and I kept telling him that. Yes. Yeah, because they went to go get in the car. And I'm telling him, like, my foot's in the door. I can't feel my foot. My foot's in the door. And he's like, how can't you feel your foot if you're kicking the thing? I think he said that to me. And I'm like, because I'm trying to get my foot. And then I started telling him, that's why you're not going to have no job, bitch. I'm going to sue the fuck out of you, bitch. Your grandkids ain't going to have no money, bitch. I got to cussing him out so hard. Him and the little fuck bitch.
Girl, you better leave them damn police alone.
And that's the crazy part because it's got to be clipped. Because listen to this. We get to the car. We stand there for a minute. They open up the one side. They're trying to push me in the car. So if you don't even got that whole altercation, and I'm trying to tell them like I'm too big, I can't get in. He like, go with your booty first. So I go with my booty first. He like, slide your legs in. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, my knees won't go. So he like, lay down, right? So I go to lay down and he like, move your legs. I'm like, I can't move my legs. You feel me? Because one of my legs is already numb. So that bitch is not working for real.
Okay, so there is some type of case or something like this going on. Okay, there's some type of legal case going on with this incident because she just said that it may be clipped, meaning that she has seen a video of the incident or somebody has shown the video of the incident and the entire incident is not on there. I mean, I'm just saying allegedly. But by her speaking like that, we know that there's a tape that exists of her arrest and there are some things that are in question. So what happened? Maybe she spoke on it before and we just missed it, or I just missed it. I don't know. You guys let me know if you know what she's talking about, because obviously there's a tape out there. What would that tape be? Oh, well, the body cam from the officers. Or you already know they have a camera inside of all the vehicles. But how does she know that there may be some clips missing or that it was clipped? Has she seen the video? Has it been presented in court? Is she going through some type of process right now and she's speaking to, I don't know who she's talking to. She's talking to somebody about it. And they seem to be like, girl, don't be saying that, girl. Don't say that. Because she was like, oh, I know. Why are y'all out there playing with them damn white people? Why do you want white people in your business? And by that, I mean the law. It has nothing to do with race. I'm not talking about nothing got to do with racism. Okay? Why? Y'all just asking for trouble. I don't understand why people be trying to call the ABC boys 2 days, the police in my living room because you gave them info. Why is the police in my living room? Because you gave them info. You up here acting a stone cold fool. I don't know what happened, but there's no way that you should be acting any kind of nutty while you getting arrested. Okay? Yeah, sounds like she was in a situation. Cops tried to keep her from getting out of the car. Okay. And she got injured in the process. Now, it seems like they were trying to put her into a cop car because I watched enough arrests to know that if you are difficult and combative, they will give you ample amount of times before they take it to the extreme. Okay, now I'm not saying that she didn't get brutalized or AB'd or catch some type of brutality or what is it called? Mistreatment. I would never just take that away from somebody, but it sounds like you were being a bitch. It sounds like you were being difficult. Because why would it take that much for them to put you in the back of a police car when all you had to do, like you said, they said, put your butt first? How did you end up getting pulled by the damn the other police officer went on the other side. That's how they do combative arrestees. When they're trying to arrest somebody and they become combative, that's what happens. The one police officer goes on the other side of the back seat and drags your raggedy ass by your damn handcuffs. They don't care if your rotator cuff comes out. They don't give a fuck. All right? And then it seems like you were kicking your feet and they slammed your foot or your leg into the door because you were acting an ass. You were being combative. And I believe that's going to be the police's argument. Now, whose side am I on? Nobody. We're just trying to figure it out. Okay? I wouldn't be telling this story if I was being arrested. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't experience some type of police mistreatment or something like that, but I wouldn't be telling this damn story. Because I would have sat my ass in the back of that police car and took it up with the law later, took it up with my lawyer later, took it to the streets later. But I would not be combative with no damn police officer. With 5 weapons hanging, they got a mace over here, they got a baton over here, they got a gun, GUN right here. I'm not getting into it with nobody who got 5 or more lethal weapons on their damn belt. It's not a good idea. Okay? I don't know, y'all. Let me see what you guys are saying. Shalita's like 6'4". Cops probably had an issue handling her. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. She's building her case with her false narrative. Exactly. Girl, talking about they cut something out. Girl, they can't cut nothing out. It's probably in there and it's probably showing that you're at fault. It's probably showing that you were negligent. It's probably showing that you were combative, which leads the way and opens the door for them to drag your ass backwards, upside down, flip flop, shove you any way they want to. It gives them a right to legally whoop your ass. But we'll have to find out because I don't know. You don't know, right? Hold up, Shalita got arrested? Yes. We trying to figure out when, why, where, how, and what. But we don't know, y'all. Shalita trying to cash out. Yeah, she trying to have some case against the police. Now, like I said, we don't know. She may very well be telling the truth. I'm just giving my opinion. I guess we'll see, right? She's a live streamer now. Guess we'll see. All right, you guys, let her finish this. And then we got to get into what she's gonna say about Shalita. We ain't even there yet. I think we got a few more minutes left on this. Hold on.
So I'm like, I can't move my legs. He slams the fucking door, and the other dude goes to the other side, opens the door, and pulls me from my handcuffs through. So now my leg is slammed in the door, and I'm sideways, and my arms are pulled. Like, the way they did me was just so fucked up.
Okay, y'all. So from here, she goes into the house and finishes the conversation and then comes back out. Okay, so we're just going to skip this part and we're going to go straight into her talking about she wants Shalita to be arrested. Okay, let's go ahead and get into that, y'all.
No, I'm not pleading to nothing because had they not illegally arrested me, none of that other shit would have ever fucking happened at all. And I'm standing on that. Okay.
Oh, y'all, sorry. Let me forward it. Let me forward it to. Hold on, y'all. I forgot. This is when she goes in there and shuts the door and comes back out. She gonna come back out. Let me see. I have a timestamp. Let me go ahead and go to that. All right, y'all. Let's go. She coming back out, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to let you know I will be bad to the bone in court Monday. Okay, I just want to let you know I will be bad to the bone. I am hoping that this case gets dismissed. Okay, I need.
So we do know that she going to court on Monday. Okay, and I'm glad y'all here because I kind of missed that. All right, she is going to court on Monday. She will be bad to the bone. I don't know what that means. I wouldn't give a damn if you dressed to the nines, girl. And she talking about she hoped the case get dismissed. Um, girl, girl. So I guess we will see. Okay. I guess we'll see. Okay. I don't know. Somebody else went to court today too. We'll get into that before I let y'all go. Let's go.
This case to be dismissed because I need to go ahead and go ahead and push my other cases through. I'm not playing. Like, I am so serious. I'm not copping no plea. Oh, did you hear about where a girl pulled down on me? I need you to help me prosecute, get this girl named Nigeria Johnson prosecuted for trying to intentionally run me over with a car. She stabbed the side of a fucking rental car with a box cutter, said that she didn't give a fuck, and then got in her car and ran into the rental car and fucking just destroyed this fucking rental car, busted the window and some more shit. I need you to help me get her prosecuted.
What? But she want to come on here like she the innocent one, like she the angel of the bunch, amongst demons, and tell her side of the story. Girls, you out here on these streets acting a damn stone plum cold fool. Cause it's a stone cold mystery on how she is up here telling us this right now. Girl, you sound like a banshee out here on these Detroit streets. You sound worse than Claressa, which brings about my point when we first started this conversation. Birds of a feather. Don't be fooled, y'all. I'm telling you, they put them shiny, brand new toys in front of us. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Yeah, I'm not saying I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. No, I'm just playing. I'm not saying that she ain't telling the truth. We don't know, okay? But what I do know is this is a messy, messy bunch. And some of y'all got a lot of similar ways, which is tragic, trifling, and you're tripping. And then you're trying to trick us. You're tricking. You're tricking and you're tripping. Okay? We don't you can't you got to get it pretty early in the morning to fool the VIPs over here. Okay? Y'all got flawed characters and trifling ways about you. Because if she is saying something like this, that is crazy for you to stab. If this is true, you up here stabbing a rent car with a box cutter talking about you don't give a F. We already heard the warning shots when homegirl came. Ba-bow, ba-bow, ba-bow. Like kids all in the house. And look, I wouldn't put it past you to be running up on somebody rent a car with a box cutter. That's what them ghetto birds do. That's what them ghetto birds, them old school ghetto birds too. Y'all still walking around with box cutter? I know I had acid in my purse, but a box cutter? Yeah, y'all, I was gonna melt somebody's face off. But I didn't know at the time, believe it or not, that I could have went to jail for it. Like real serious. Like I knew that if I did something like, of course, but I was using it as protection because hoes was jumping out of motherfucking bushes on a hoe with socks full with batteries and shit. I had to watch out for baby mamas, disgruntled exes, and whores trying to run me over. Okay? But girl, let me see what y'all are saying. Let me see what y'all are saying. Because what? You crashing out like this? Y'all share a nest, okay? Birds of a feather, my eyes. Y'all sharing a whole nest, okay? One flew over the cuckoo's nest. One flew over the cuckoo's nest. You're all cuckoo. Okay? The fuck? What? She been stalking that girl at the granny house. Ooh. So you think, oh my God, y'all, what is wrong with these people? Nigeria been on the verge of a breakdown dealing with Shalita. She keep bullying the girl. I think Nigeria is afraid of Shalita. Yeah. They all are in on this, y'all. Okay? We sit up and listen to Shalita. Yeah, we're on your side. Oh, really? That's what happened to you? Then we got to listen to Nigeria's side. Oh, we're on your side. That's what happened to you? Then we over on Jada the Boxers. Oh, we're on your side. Is that what happened? Are all y'all a bunch of cuckoos? Because what is going on? What? And Shalita knows she need to leave her alone because she already said she got bipolar, schizophrenia, and some more shit. She was diagnosed long time ago. Long time ago. Okay? You're dealing with somebody who ain't all the way there upstairs. They got screws rattling in their brains. And y'all want to provoke each other. All y'all got screws loose. All y'all rattling. Shh, be quiet. Stop walking. You hear that? That's the motherfucking screws rattling in your head, who? All y'all. Because what? And to be as grown and old as y'all is, and y'all are doing this back and forth with each other, that's crazy work. It really is. And this is where Claressa came from? And Papoose, you want to procreate with this shit? Are you for real? You want to procreate with this? And this is the cuckoo crazy that she's coming from? This is the diabolical ghetto gutter slut shit that she's coming from. And this what you want? You want to ride in the gutter lane, huh? You want to ride in the gutter lane. Whoa, Joe. Cuckoo. Cuckoo bitches is bad business, y'all. Go on, go have your baby, Papoose. You gonna be on the nutty side of life, okay? Y'all all y'all crazy, as far as I'm concerned. Let's keep going.
And like a warrant out for her arrest. Like, I need you to help push that with the prosecutor. Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to let you know I will be bad to the bone in court Monday. Okay, I just want to let you know I will be bad to the bone. I am hoping that this case gets dismissed. Okay, I need this case to be dismissed because I need to go ahead and push my other cases through. I'm not playing. Like, I am so serious. I'm not copping no plea. Oh, did you hear about where a girl pulled down on me? I need you to help me get this girl named Nigeria Johnson prosecuted for trying to intentionally run me over with a car. She stabbed the side of a fucking rental car with a box cutter, said that she didn't give a fuck, and then got in her car and ran into the rental car and fucking just destroyed this fucking rental car, busted the window and some more shit. I need you to help me get her prosecuted and like a warrant out for her arrest. Like, I need you to help push that with the prosecutor. Yes. She has a warrant for her arrest currently. She lives on Spencer Street. This happened on Jameson. She pulled up on me. Yes, not like the country. Yes. Well, okay. Well, no. But she thinks that she has a warrant for her arrest then, because that's what she keep telling everybody. She got a warrant. And that's why she didn't want to give the police her name that day when all this stuff happened and some more stuff. So I'm just saying, which is me. Oh, that was my auntie, Nakia Finley. My auntie, that's her auntie.
Okay, y'all, that's the tea. That is the latest of what's going on in this insane asylum. Okay, we got the circus and then we got the insane asylum. All right. Now you heard her say that Nigeria. Now we know that she's talking about a rental car that she had because she often rents cars. We've heard her say it on her live before. I'm about to go rent a car. I'm about to go rent a car. Okay. We've heard that conversation before. But the fact that she said Nigeria got into her car, crashed into the rental car, and busted out the windows. What? Now, she said that she wanted a warrant out for her arrest. Who do you think she's talking to? You think she's talking to legal counsel on the phone? Because it seems like whoever was on the phone ran Nigeria's name to see if she had a warrant, and it came back that she didn't have a warrant. And I'm just going on the response from Shalita because we can't hear what the person is saying on the phone, right? But just from her response, it seems as if she's speaking to some type of legal counsel, or which is bad for business. I don't know why you would be on Instagram telling your business like this. Like, and it's something that's legal like this. But it seems as if maybe somebody, I mean, we can do it. It's not like you have to be a lawyer or something. You can look up and see if somebody has a warrant, okay? For free. You don't need any special type of paid service, and you don't have to be a lawyer in order to do that. So, I mean, she could have just been talking to her homegirl, maybe another family member. I don't know. But the fact that she's saying, oh, and I want you to help me get this person, caught up, in whatever. And, she's asking her for legal help. So she may be on the phone with legal counsel, or it just seems like somebody looked it up and said, oh, she ain't got no warrant. She was like, well, she thinks she have a warrant. That's why she didn't want to give her information up. Blase, blase, whatever, whatever. It's bad for business, you guys. But the fact that Nigeria did go to court today. Yeah. I'm going to show you guys on her Instagram story. She did go to court today. Okay. Now, for what? I don't know. I'll let you guys be the judge of this. But at the end of the day, y'all see what the messy is. Okay. Y'all see the messy. The ship is falling apart. And it should be because of the demonic nature. Y'all are all out here being hell raisers. Okay? Straight up hell raisers. That you guys are operating under a demonic nature. It's no wonder that you guys are being attacked. Nothing is going to go right. Everything is going to be a shit show. And y'all are going to stay in that handbasket to hell. That's all I got to say. Let me see what you got to say in the chat. Let's get on over to Nigeria's story, because I want you guys to see she went to court today. A baby with Claressa. She's certified crazy. And yep, checks before the baby gets here. Lord have mercy. What's crazy is, aren't they supposed to be related on a different sides, on different sides too much? Yeah, because she just said, and it's like whoever it is reading some type of report, because she says, oh yeah, that's my auntie. That's her auntie. So how are y'all related? Nigeria's auntie is also Shalita's auntie. I don't know, but she just said her auntie, that's my auntie, as if somebody was reading their report and said, what name did they say? Finley? And she was like, oh yeah, that's my auntie. That's her auntie too. I thought I wrote the name down, but you guys heard what she said, right? Let's see. I don't know. Oh, Nakia Finley. So you got aunties out there with the cousins, with the aunties, with the nieces. Lord have mercy. I don't know, y'all. Shalita don't want to be stuck with liability for that car, and she's trying to blame Nigeria for what happened, and she's trying to find a strategy, no accountability on her part. I know. These people do not know what accountability means. I think it's a foreign language to them. Oh, wow. Nigeria was in court too. A mess. SMH, they need some intervention around here. Yeah, let's go on over to that. I'm getting ready to show y'all before I let y'all go. Okay. Hold on. Because I was over on Shalita's story and I saw that she went to court today, y'all. Now I'm gonna let you guys hear what she said because I can't figure it out. But we're gonna look at this together regardless. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I saved for y'all. Is this Krishan? Okay. Let me see if it's in here. Well, we got to go to her story. Is this it? Okay, let's see if this is it, y'all.
This is court. This is room C. Now I need to be. Hey, go babe. So I am on my way to court for a traffic violation. Yeah. This is court. This is room C. Now I need to be. Court went great today, guys. Court went great. I am now getting me and my man something to eat. I am about to pick him up from work, and we are about to go look at a house. But yeah, I'm grabbing our food, and then I will be headed to get him. Thank you. You too. Off to get my lover. I'm actually like 3 minutes from his job, and he's actually off in about 3 minutes. So my timing was like perfect, guys. Like perfect. Don't tell me you're sorry, 'cause you're not. Actually pulling up to my man's job, and I'm actually parking so I can switch him spots. I'm actually getting over so my man can be the driver because I don't like driving, and my man is coming out. He wants to go get something from his coworker. So, eat my food. Overall, how was work?
It was good. Oh my God, you ain't to do that.
Let me see your lips.
No, man.
Your lip gloss is popping. On mommy duty.
Mommy duty.
Say adios.
Adios.
Hey, go babe.
Okay, so you saw the video with Nigeria going to court. She said it was for a traffic violation or something having to do with traffic. She claims that the case was dismissed. We got to look at her man, her man, her man. You know, people live their lives. I really don't have anything to say. You know, typical, you know, your man, you're picking him up. It's whatever. I'm not really invested in that. I just want to get to the messy part, okay? People can have their personal lives, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, I don't expect everybody to sit up and be a nun. So I really have nothing to say about her man. I mean, it is what it is. I want to get to the messy. I want to get to the tea, okay? That's what we trying to do. Flint hillbilly-ish. That's what I say. Y'all act like a bunch of hillbillies, okay? Traffic violation case dismissed, so that can't be associated with that what Shalita was saying because they would both be in court. Yeah, true enough. True that. I don't know why she would think that she had a warrant or why Shalita would say that, but that's neither here nor there. Something's about to go down on Monday, and we just gonna be here to see what it is. Okay. Something's gonna go down on Monday, and we gonna see what it is. All right. This is a shit show. Y'all gonna stay with the shits. All right. Um, look, y'all ain't right out here. Now, I don't know these people. We don't know these people from a hole in the wall. But what I can tell you is birds of a feather flock together. And you cannot be friends with somebody for 11 years without taking on some of their behaviors, beliefs, habits, or something. Okay? You had to be down with something. All right? Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Okay? All I can say is Claressa didn't do her dirt all by her lonesome. Okay, like a lot of us, right? You have your best friend. You guys normally do the same ish. You guys do stuff together. Yeah, I'm not saying it has to be illegal or explicit, but if you know, you know, right? Claressa's record and how she operates on these streets, right? I know some of that done rubbed off on you. Some of that has rubbed off on Nigeria and the rest of you, okay? Y'all came from the same ratchet ass neighborhood, the same ratchet city, state, whatever you want to call it, the same ratchet school system, same ratchet home training, right? So don't try to separate yourself now, because y'all still out here acting a nut. Slashing people's car with box cutter, busting out windows, but then you want to come on, yes, I'm picking up my man. Girl, you as loony as they come. Are you crazy? Y'all just inviting the ABC boys into your life. And I don't know why y'all out there playing with them folks. If you don't leave the white man alone and live your black ass life, then y'all want to holler racism, police brutality. If you don't set your ass down and leave them damn people alone, you already look the fool, okay? And I don't give a damn what y'all say. You're a little bit too natural, okay? You gave us the excuse. Well, the reason why this is like this because I didn't feel like doing my hair after I washed it because I'm tenderhead and it take 3 hours. Girl, that was your excuse 2 weeks ago. Your hair done got nappier and nappier. Okay. You know, my hair gets a little kinky. You know, it's hard to. That ain't kink. That's naps. Okay. We see the bingo balls and the lint in your head from here. Do something quickly. I don't care if y'all say I'm hating. I didn't already broke it down. Okay. I didn't already associated us. Yet we all got bad angles. Okay. If I snatch my wig off right now, I'm gonna look crazy. Okay. We all ugly to somebody. Okay. You black like me. I didn't already gave y'all what y'all want. You want me to sacrifice my firstborn? What the fuck y'all what y'all want from me? A blood sample? You guys need to hear the truth. I'm not down with all that. No, it's a little too natural. I don't give a fuck. I'll say that to a white woman, Mexican. Let them walk around 4-5 days without washing their hair. You think I'm gonna be like, oh girl, Your blonde hair is beautiful. No, bitch. You need to go wash your head, bedhead. The fuck? Are y'all cool? Stop playing with me. I don't want nobody walking around here looking like that. No. If you don't slap some grease from that shit, throw a headband on that shit, run a comb through that shit, girl, the old school straightening comb, something. Throw some braids up in that mess. Because the excuse you gave us, it worked for a little while. Because we was down for you. Girl, I was like, oh yeah, she got, yeah, it kind of look like my hair. Yeah, girl, I get it, okay. We told you what to do to plait that shit down as soon as you get out the shower, bitch. 4 parts. You part it in 4s, girl. Comb that shit out, plait it. You could twist it or you could braid it. We done already broke it down for you. Then when it dries or you wake up in the morning, all you gotta do is take it out. That ain't natural. You being trifling. Okay? I don't know. That's all I gotta say. Okay? Anyways, y'all, this is what went down. I don't know. I don't know. I know I gotta leave room for doubt, y'all. I gotta leave room for doubt, right? I do. I have to leave room for doubt because, like I said, sometimes that's not always the case. Okay. And I'm talking about being associated with somebody because let's look at this example. Yeah, you may drink. Yeah, you may smoke a little something, little tweed, right? But your best friend or somebody around you or somebody in your circle may do white girl, okay? And you don't do that, but you still hang with them, okay? They may pop pills and potions, okay, or something like that, but all you do is smoke. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, let's go ahead and get into what we gonna find out. What we gonna find out? Okay, so we gonna leave a little room for doubt. Okay, but we know some done rubbed off on y'all. Okay, some done rubbed off on y'all. I can't make this shit up. Okay, all I can say is this is bad for business. This is a bad look, right? All I can say is I wouldn't want to walk in front of them down no dark alley. Okay, all y'all suspects. And if you are Claressa, you're worried about, like sponsorships and stuff like that. I don't trust none of you. But that's just me. All I have to say is what kind of company, the companies that are backing Claressa, because sponsorships, brand deals, appearances are all tied to your talent. And it's all tied to the entity or the company or the network, whatever it is, their money. And this is all a bad look when you think about Claressa and what she brings to the table. I mean, who wants to promote or wants you to be the face of their product that they're trying to put out to the masses and be successful at it? Bitch, we're not trying to fail. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything that comes from her camp and from her personal life is calamity, confusion, distracted chaos. She's a lie and the truth ain't in her, okay? And in her narcissist life, narcissists love conflict, y'all, okay? They love conflict. And they're big copycats. Like I said, a lot of spiritual misfortune is going on out here in these streets. I just feel like if you believe that there is a spiritual world, if you believe that there is a physical world, you have to know and believe that there's a spiritual world going on around us. Every action, every reaction, every intention that we put out, nobody is immune. This goes for all of us. All of us can get it. Anybody can get it. Okay? No one is immune. No one is excluded from the consequences of your actions. That's it. That's all I got. Right? Now, Claressa done left her people in shambles chasing after pond poos. I know. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Now, I did want to show you guys one more video that I got from Instagram. Let's get into it. I wanted to look at her story right quick, go through a few stories before I let you go, and then I want to end with this video that lets us know the 3 dirtiest cities. And they named them, y'all, and I think it makes fucking sense. That's the reason why I want to share with y'all. But let's get into these stories. I just want to see if we missed anything, because we're the bad guys, right? We are the bad guys, all right? In a good way. You guys make sure you visit Blonay Got Merch, all right? Make sure you check out my Digital Boss Playbook. Make sure you check out my merch. Grab yourself a I'm the Bad Guy coffee mug, all right? And wake up with your girl, okay? Wake up with your girl. Anyways, if you guys want to support this channel, I Cash App Blonay LA. I'm gonna get some more things so I can like put it up there. I always forget because I just be trying to talk to y'all. Okay, I'm just happy that you're here, but I'm just saying if you guys want to support, like, comment, subscribe, share this out, hype up the video, okay, and turn on your notifications, damn it, so you don't miss another live. Come back. You understand me? I'm just kidding. All right, you guys, let's look. Hold on. Let's go into our story and see if we see anything. Let's see if we see anything on here. I already let y'all see that. Okay, we don't really care about her man, girl. That's her man, girl. We don't give a damn. I don't care about that. Let's see. Follow me on Snap. That's the one and only platform I'm about to be on. My picture gonna pop up. I'm reaching for the camera and the photo. Now she wants to come to her Snapchat. Lord.
Video. God, I pray in the name of Jesus, Lord God, that you would just open up a door for this person. God, I pray in the name of Jesus.
Okay, we praying. We praying.
And you don't ever have to worry about picking a side with me because everybody's getting cut off. Immediately, too. All of y'all are voted off the island. They be like, damn, Malik, what did
I... You said all y'all voted off the island.
Just tell me. What the fuck they on? Get keeping on the go. Like I ain't that bitch. I'm the one that gave them hope. Been stepping on these hoes, but I'ma step some more. And I'm trying to go. Big, not a go.
All right, y'all. She's promoting herself. That's about it. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Claressa. Let me see, y'all. Hold on. Let's see, Claressa. I'm just making sure ain't nothing popped off yet, okay? I'm just trying to make sure ain't nothing popped off yet. Believe me, we're going to skirt through this, okay? I don't never go to their page, y'all, because all they doing is hyping themselves up.
You out of the field. I'm matching you richer for down to my ass.
Girl, she just bragging on herself. Girl, we ain't watching. No. Fuckery. It ain't even Friday. No, we don't want it. We don't want it. Girl, ooh. Let me stop talking about people. Let me stop talking. Girl, you look like Magnum P.I. in this. Y'all remember Magnum P.I.? Girl, why do you have this Magnum P.I. shirt? You wasn't even nowhere around, girl, when Magnum P.I. was out, but yet you look like Magnum P.I. I don't know. Let me stop talking about her. Woo. This is a lie. Liar. Pants on fire. Y'all not in love. Knock it off. Let's see what Papoose let's see what he doing. Weirdo. They hair look cute. I don't think Remy Savage, Shalita has done anything. Nah, she ain't. I don't really like looking at their page, y'all. I just like looking at their live. She ain't got nothing in her live. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Papoose. I think we're going to, I put the wrong thing. Hold on. I think we're going to be out of here. Let's see what Papoose doing, y'all. Make sure. Dang, they got baby feet too. What is it with the feet on here? Okay. Hold on. Where all my scamming niggas at? Okay, hold on. Let's see what he talking about. New York cop realizes the Knicks are up. So all right, so he talking about the Knicks. Okay, shout out to the Knicks. This shot right here broke their spirit. You see that body? Okay, so Knicks is all right. We ain't hating on the New York Knicks now. I hope they win. I don't even know who they playing against, to be honest. I really don't. Okay, so nothing going on with him. All right, so let me go ahead and get to this video that I want to show y'all. Hold on. And let's see. They got some other stuff, y'all. We ain't really worried about that. I'm just trying to get to the T and make sure y'all are caught up, okay? Make sure y'all are caught up. Let me make sure you guys, let me see what you guys are saying. Do a little roll call, and I'm gonna leave y'all with the 3 cities that they put up. She allowed a married man to cloud her judgment, and her potential opportunities have suffered because of it. No man is worth interrupting the bag, especially somebody else's man on paper. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the never move to these 3 dirty cities. All right. Let me give a shout out to you guys because that's how we gonna end. I'll be back with another live, y'all. Tanya Knight, shout out to you. Y'all know I gotta do roll call at the end. Inspirational mixed meeting. Thank you so much for popping in. Moni, always a pleasure. Felicia, welcome. Gennaro Mommy, thank you for holding me down, y'all. Thank you. Shout out to all my mods and my members. I'll be coming on a strange hour sometimes. So sometimes my members don't make it because they don't know. Within me, Melanin Mommy, always a pleasure, love. Okay. Hey, girl. Hey. If I didn't get you, I will catch you on the next live, you guys. Miss Chevy, Sunday. Okay, Sunday. Hey, I'm new here. Love your commentary. Thank you so much, Sunday. 313 Mac. All right, y'all. I think we are out here. Alexis Smith, CJ Sampy, always a pleasure. Welcome back, love. All right, you guys. I will see you guys on the next video. Until next time, America.
Never move to these 3 dirty cities. Number 1, Detroit. Not only is Detroit a waste of space, not only is it dirty, but the crime rate is through the roof. And can you blame them? I would be causing havoc too if I had to live in that dirty city. There's nothing special about Detroit. The sports teams suck. The neighborhoods look awful. And there's too many homeless people and transformers just roaming the streets. Anyone from Detroit will warn you to never move there. Not because it's overpopulated, not because it's expensive, but because if you move there, it will be the worst decision of your life. Number 2, Houston. Houston is a great place to visit, but not a great place to move to. Unless you want to deal with all the fucking traffic, the criminals, and have to look at this dirty, ugly city every single day, then don't move there. To keep it a buck, it's better to just move to Dallas. At least there's good people out there. At least there's shit to do out there. I mean, yeah, the traffic's just as bad. But Dallas is way better than living in Houston. Houston is just one of those cities where broke people go to feel rich. And number 3, Philly or Baltimore. I deadass can't choose because they're both equally as trash. There's not one place in Philly that's actually beautiful. It's not one place in Philly that's actually worth seeing, but Kensington. So if you want to go visit Philly, I say go to Kensington. I don't know what it is, but their sidewalks and their streets are just so smooth, you can walk on it barefoot. And there's plenty of people in Kensington that's outside willing to greet you as soon as they see you. And when it comes to Baltimore, do I really need to speak on that? It's just a bunch of crackheads with British accents. There's no opportunity in Baltimore. The schools are terrible, so you can't raise your kids there. And it seems like everyone suffers the same fate. Nobody truly makes it out of Baltimore. Never move to these 3 dirty cities. Number 1, Detroit.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what'll that make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through.